Thank you for tuning in to the first Sam and Tom session, where we just ramble about our week's progress and our plans. Basically, our team stand-up, but we're sitting down and talking into a microphone about it, so you can hear it as well. So I think we'll just jump straight into it. So it's week. This is our first week of doing it, but it's week. What week is it?
Week 5?
No.
Or 4?
No, it's week 3, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Week
Okay.
2, week 3, something like
That's
that.
good.
As,
That's good.
Anyway, so we've now locked in a concept.
Oh yeah. Do you want to quickly bring up the video?
Yeah, okay. So we've locked in a concept and we've created a quick little 2-minute video so you can actually see what we're talking about.
We
So
did this when was this done? Last
we
week?
did this last week, yeah.
Tuesday. Yeah, we did that during class.
So this kind of outlines where the concept direction is going. So sit back and just enjoy this.
Play?
Yeah. Right. Hey, Sam and Tom here. This is our special 2-minute video for our 2-word studio brief.
Okay, I'll just get into it. Our 2 words are connecting students. We'll go over the 4 concepts that didn't quite make the cut.
First up is the Aryan redesign project. We decided not to go with this because kind of waiting on AUT to get back to us, and it's going to take too long with our studio timeline to continue.
Okay.
There's no point continuing it if they're not actually going to use it.
Yeah. I'd say the second concept that we didn't quite follow through with
Packaging.
is packaging. Yeah.
Packaging. So the packaging idea seemed really interesting, having the external sponsor and the prize and everything, and we were kind of excited to a different way of thinking towards the problem and to actually redefine the brief. But problem with that is we weren't passionate enough about the whole idea in itself, and we were more interested in coming in and facilitating other teams. With the connecting students, we thought it would be a good idea to potentially continue exploring one of the projects that we started previously last year. This project was initially a platform to connect students across disciplines within university to get them to work collaboratively on a shared goal or a shared assignment of sorts.
Yeah.
We've decided that we're going to continue exploring that space, but lower our scope for the first release to actually just enabling students to talk to someone in the same course, and then look at where it could go from there, and eventually hopefully get to that transdisciplinary learning. But until there's actual maneuverability in the area for that, the biggest opportunity is in connecting students in the same degree with similar problems. Yeah, so that basically summarizes up what we're doing. So I thought we'd go a bit more into depth about the actual problem around connecting students and the platform that we're kind of drafting to create. So we've done some previous work on this last year in another class where we
St. Gator's class.
St.
We did
Gator's.
it was called Connectify back then. We have like a little video. Oh, do you have the little ad? Okay, yeah. We'll play that ad right now. Boom. Done.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. So that was a little ad we did previously last year. Sorry about the quality, you know. It was called Connectify back then, and basically the same concept, but we've changed some things now, and we're gonna work more in depth.
Yep.
And we've got heaps of stuff in store.
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest things that we're going to jump into next week is tackling the problem head on. So coming in with the research that we had done last year and bringing that into a workshop, which we're going to set up with a bunch of students to really critically analyze this problem and see how other people in their personal lives are affected by connecting with other students and finding people to work with, or meeting new people in different courses, those types of things. So we're really going to revolve around that.
We got
so,
some back-end notes as well if you want to show them, Sam.
So we do have some notes here that we've started to draft up. So this is kind of how we're going to plan on running the workshop, and I guess we'll just take you through it as well. So we're going to come into the workshop with either a problem or opportunity statement that we've preset from all of our previous work, and a how might we question, which we're currently drafting up to help keep people engaged and on topic. Because of course, like, we'd love to host this workshop over a whole day or over a whole week, but time constraints means we'd be lucky to get an hour. So we've really got to cut down a lot of the stuff we can do in it. So that's why we're coming in with a lot of the pre-done information. But then we're going to go straight into a task called Goals and Anti-Goals, where we're basically going to let people themselves ideate on what they believe the actual goals of a solution around connecting students could look like and could achieve, because maybe we're missing something crucial. And then,
well, I guess this whole thing, we're trying to do it really quickly, really, like, as you said, quick and snappy, because we don't want people to get bored or just go away. We want quality input, and we're going to get heaps of user insight from this. Anything else to say on this?
Yeah, so we're still working out the rest of the layout, but kind of some of the tools that we're looking at running through people is to go through some existing products and competitors and kind of analyze them. Not too sure if we'll actually keep this one in. Go through some question forming techniques just to let people feel or to create their own questions and their own problem statements almost. And then look into creating some challenge maps, and to let people then build their own how might we questions, like mini ones out of our global challenge, just so we can scope it down a bit.
Define it more.
Yeah, to define it more. And then from there, we've got to finish planning it out. But that's kind of the direction it's taking. So we're really just trying to get a real grasp on the problem, and not only just interview people, but also engage them in the ideation itself as well. So we're not just going into an interview and being like, hey, do you have these problems? We're going, hey, do you have these problems? How do you think we could fix it? Type thing, but in a more hands-on environment.
More of a casual, and a casual approach, but still structured in a way.
Yeah.
Should we update Andy now on, I mean, that is if he watches this video, I doubt it, but we'll update him on the Tinder.
Hold on. Before we get to Tinder, I thought we've also got kind of a send out that we're preparing. So to help us also cut down the amount of time the workshop will take, we're going to send out kind of a pre-meeting and also a initial ideation grab. So if people can't actually make it to the meeting, we still get some crucial information we need. So currently the main question on that is we want to find the pains that people have already experienced in the past around 3 key areas of around connecting students, which is forming groups for classwork, meeting new people in the course, and finding someone with the right subject area knowledge to study with. And then we've added a number 4 for your pain point here, where we're going to let them add any other pain points that aren't under these 3 that we might have missed, to see if there's a crucial trend that pops out of one that we've missed.
Yeah, we might get another scenario pop up that we've never thought of before, and it'll come in really useful, be really handy to know. So we spoke to Andy last Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
And we were going over the concept, and we didn't have a name settled back then. It was still a placeholder, it was still Connectify. But now I want to officially
change the name.
Change the name.
You know what? It low key is based off Tinder for students, but
it is.
But
like
we're not going to talk about that. Just like we're not going to talk about the Tinder update because it's not going well.
It's not Collaborate.
Nope.
It's not Collaborate.
Nope.
It's not
Collabify.
Loopy.
It's not Loopy.
Yeah.
Although Loopy was a cool name, and it would be a cool name for an app.
Didn't make sense.
Sorry, not an app. That's restricting us for a product.
What else did we have? We had StudyLink in there.
StudyLink was a good one. I thought that was a genius idea Tom came up with until we realized it already existed.
Yeah, and then we had We had LinkedIn, but pronounced Linkadini or Linkiden.
Yep.
Whatever. But we just link up.
We
is
had
the
lots
one.
of names that were stupid
Uh-huh.
but didn't make the cut. But Link Up is quite an interesting name that we're kind of going with at the
We
moment.
Yeah, it might change. You know, we might have a revelation, come to a sort of agreement on another name. It might happen. Who knows?
Who knows?
When it does, it does. But for
Yeah.
now, this is what we have, and we're pretty happy with it. Still work in progress, but you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
exactly.
So we went over the problem, the workshop, an update. What else?
Maybe kind of the plan for next week. And I can probably talk on that
Okay.
briefly. To say the plan is we're actually going to run this workshop hopefully next week, Tuesday. So
Mhm.
we're gonna have to rapidly find some people who'd be willing to partake and send out those pre-meeting items quite quickly and actually formulate the whole session. And so we
Mhm.
probably won't add much more from what we've gone over just for time's sake, and we'll probably just do that in a second session later on.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, we're still going to hold this.
We're still gonna
this
hold it.
workshop. Nothing's
Yeah.
changing. We're going to get these user insights.
Yep.
And I think it would be nice to good to say that we're going to hold these talk sessions, right? Is that
These
what we're
talk
going with?
sessions, yeah.
These talk sessions weekly,
At least
every
weekly, yeah. Let's not release an upload schedule because we won't follow it, but there'll be one weekly to the best of our ability.
Weekly's easy.
Weekly's easy.
Yeah.
Weekly's nice because we can do an overview of just what we've done in that week.
It's
And-
better than blogging. Well, for us personally, I mean, some people
Yeah.
love to write, but I find it more efficient to talk, and then we can
I think
write it
it's
down
it's
somewhere.
great too because once we actually start getting into the actual work, it'll be more of a discussion between me and Tom.
It's raw.
And less of a status update type thing. So it might start with a status update and then it will just end with discussion points on just us discussing to each other what we've done. So like I said at the start, kind of a stand up style where we're just updating each other on what we've done and talking through some problems we've had, and maybe some unique solutions we came up to for those problems or something like that. It'll change week by week, but yeah, basically just it'll be more of a discussion around problems and solutions that we're having.
Hmm. Yeah, rather than just articulating our thoughts through words, which takes long. This was more raw, more straight to the point. Whatever comes up, it's honest.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah.
I think what we found last semester when we worked with each other is we reflected a lot when we were talking, and then when it came to blogging and writing it down, we didn't articulate the amount of reflection we were actually doing well, because it just took so much time for us to then sit down and rewrite it.
No, I agree. It
Yeah,
was just pointless. Especially for the last project we did, it was very ineffective, inefficient. What we did.
Yeah.
So this is going to be way more useful. We can just put time tags.
time
And we just
time
reference-
boxing. Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were talking
Yeah,
about how we're
time tags the
gonna.
video.
Yeah.
But
So,
also time boxing, obviously, that's crucial.
so I thought you were talking project wise. Yeah, so project wise, I think we should time box our progress so we don't run into what we did last semester, and also stick to them.
Yeah.
And not use Team Gantt. Let's just use Trello.
Yeah.
Because
no
we ended
Team
up
Gantt.
spending way too much time planning and reshuffling Team Gantt when we could have actually been knocking cards off our Trello board.
Yeah, here's the thing. If no one's specifically managing Team Gantt, then there's no point on using it.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it'll be,
It's basically like
counterproductive.
it's a complete task
Yeah.
someone has to do.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's the same with Trello,
Okay.
but
Yep.
Trello can also be managed as a team once the initial setup is done. Whereas Team Gantt, you need someone to constantly be like checking in on it and all that stuff. Yeah, so I think
else would
I
you like
think
to
we
add?
should probably plan out some more time boxing for the upcoming weeks so that we do have a clear kind of idea of, because by week 6 we want to have already started designing something. Obviously, while we'll be researching in parallel to that, but we want to actually start designing a lot earlier and start iterating a lot faster this semester, because last semester we took our time on that, which meant we couldn't do as many iterations as we'd like to do.
There's a lot of insight that happened for our last semester's project rather. We've got a lot in store, a lot of different things
Yeah.
to come. Yeah, we don't even know what most of them are, but we have a plan though. That is,
We don't know what they are, but we have a plan.
but we have a plan, but we don't know what the possibilities are. A lot of potential.
Possibilities are endless.
Exactly. Do you know what my friend Mr. Uguay says?
What's that?
I forgot the quote.
Fantastic.
Wait,
Favorite quote.
Tomorrow is yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today
Is a present.
today
Today is what?
today is a gift.
Today
That's
is
why it's called the present.
Oh my god. Fantastic. I've got a nice quote to share as well here.
Okay.
It's one of my great mates, wise man, once said, "Why say the sky is the limit when there are footprints on the moon?"
That's a good quote. Then.
I will keep him anonymous, but I'll say his name starts with T and his last name starts with a G. So if there's any detectives listening, good luck.
That was a good quote. I give that quote 5 out of 5.
Fantastic. All right. So
Anyway.
I think that's it for this week. We did kind of ramble on at the end, but that's fine because the end is for all of the actual reflection and discussion and random things to happen. So that's a given. We got what we needed out at the start. But let's wrap this up now. We're hitting close to the 20-minute mark, so that's not too bad actually.
WWE.
SmackDown versus Raw 2008. Now that was a good game.
That was a good game. Okay.
We'll save that
So
for
how
our
do we
next
end it?
session. Thanks for listening. I guess we'll see you next week.
Follow us on Tumblr. Also follow us on Twitter. Also follow us on
Follow me on
SoundCloud.
Tinder.